when I go on stage, I just don't bomb anymore. I decided not to do it. You got to decide. Anyway, I got Kristin coming in the room. Kristin is here, actually. I'm going to let her in. And there she is. Hold. Wow.
Oh,
Look who it is. Let me share this. I got you. You're looking at all nice. You relax now.
yeah, I'm better now.
Good, good, good. I was just talking to the people about you.
You are? What were you saying?
I was saying how, you know, I was scrolling on the phone one night and I was just scrolling. And then I came across you and I'm like, this girl's like, you're killing me because I'm watching you on this phone. And I'm like, is this real? I didn't know right away because I didn't know you right. I know is it real? Is she talking? And you sounded like my aunt and my mother talking on the phone. And they call that, they used to, what they call in Italian, they used to call mumerian around the table, like coffee clutch, and like talking about everybody and just
Niente.
yeah, and just yeah, again, and you're gossiping, and I'm like, that's you're like the modern day Carol Burnett, Kristen. That's what I said. I think I even told you that night you were.
Yeah. That's like my dream.
It is your dream. Well, it's a dream coming true. So tell me about how you developed and how you started getting into this. Ladies and gentlemen, this girl, I'm sure you know who she is. You just got to go to that girl, that hairdresser, Kristin.
Here,
And
dress up.
hairdresser, and you spell it Dressa. So it's
Yeah.
that hairdresser,
Yeah.
Kristin. Are you going to change it? Or are you going to keep it like that?
I keep it.
You're going to keep it like that. You're not going
Yeah.
to make. Yeah, I think you should. So tell
I
me.
feel like, on purpose that way.
Yeah, I love it. And so tell me how it started. Like, did you just decide to pick up the phone? I mean, and then I want to get into how we develop, but I want to know how you started that.
So, yeah, I pretty much okay, so my mom, that little backstory is my mom's one of 14. So she had 14 siblings at one point. Everybody was married. So there was literally like 14 aunts in my life at one point. That's just my mom's side. So I'm a
Right.
hairdresser, and I'm a hairdresser working in a hair salons since I'm like 17.
Okay.
So I was seeing all this TikTok and Instagram stuff, and I'm like, I was playing around a little bit with it, and I don't know, it wasn't like finding my groove. And I was going through, I was in my guest bedroom, and I was just having a little anxieties. Like we all go through stuff, and
Oh
I
yeah.
was going through, yeah, like stuff. And I had my aunt who passed away. I had all her wigs. And I'm
Mm.
listening, like I'm sitting in the guest bedroom. My mother really lives downstairs and she really uses a cordless phone. And I hear her downstairs, like through the vents. I'm like, she's a pa 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 with a sister Margie. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking at the wig and I'm listening to her and I go, boom. And as soon as I ran downstairs, I was like, give me a cordless phone. She's like, what are you talking about? I go, I need your cordless phone. I put the wig on, I put the phone up, and I just went. I never rehearsed it. I never even thought about what I was gonna say. I just started going, and
And were you videoing it at that point? No, that was not. But that was.
yeah. No, no, as soon as I put that, the first video you ever see, and I gotta track it back, but the first video, I believe it was, around, because it was around Christmas time, and I wanna say it was about the Italian kid who got arrested, and the mothers couldn't get over how gorgeous he is. The Ital with the health kickback. And the mothers couldn't get over how and it's all we were hearing in the hair salon. So that was it. I just was like, that's my one. And I took my coffee cup and I started stirring it. I put the phone, I don't even have a ring light. When I tell you I don't have a ring, I told you I don't have a computer. I
That's
put it up
hilarious.
in my pajamas. I don't even think I had a bra on. And I just went.
You
And
just
that
went
was it.
off, and that was it. And I'll tell you, it was very authentic. You could really feel it because listen, I'm doing comedy, 38 years, Kristen. I don't just like laugh at anybody. I'm very desensitized when it comes to that, and but when you just like lit it up, and I said, this girl's making me. So now I started watching all the videos. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And I just started following you. I'm like, she's amazing. How do I get in touch with her? What do I do? And
Oh my God.
it's really interesting. So you are truly a hairdresser.
I am. Yeah.
So even the word hairdresser is
Mhm.
vintage in my eyes.
Yeah. I agree.
Nobody says they're a hairdresser. They're hairstylist or
Yeah.
what,
They try to modernize it. Yeah.
cosmetology, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You stick to the old school. You're a
Yeah.
hairdresser.
Corner of
That's
the beauty
it.
parlor, the hairdresser. That's it. I just made a dresser because I felt like that's really making sure we stick to our
You
roots.
stick to your roots, and everything you do, you stick to your roots.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was attracted to what you did right away. I said, "This girl's is she's just gonna make it." I don't know how many followers you had at that time. I'm like, was it like 30 or 40?
You from the beginning.
Yeah, you had to be, and then all of a sudden you just blew up. Now you're like, you just
Yeah,
started going nuts. But,
yeah.
we were talking on the phone, and
Literally, no
you
kidding.
no, and
I
we
was
all
that
do.
way before.
I think you have to be a little nuts in this
You have
business.
to be, but those creative people are, right?
I think they are. Are you the youngest in your family? Are you the only child?
No, I'm the oldest. I
You're
got
the
a younger
oldest.
sister, Paulina, yeah.
Is she like you or not?
No, no, she this is her worst nightmare, what I'm doing. Worst nightmare.
Really?
It's like, "What the frig are you doing? You're putting wigs on, you're going around like, what are you, nuts?" She's like, "You're on talking to yourself on the phone." She's like, "I'm a teacher."
Oh,
I go,
she's a
"Okay." I go, "Does that mean I am?" She's like, "I don't wanna be nothing. You better not say my name. You better not say anything private." I was like, "Oh my god." And then, like, now we go out, and it's just so funny because you know what is funny, Mike, too? I always had, like, a really cool job. Like, I work in television. I do hair in television too.
right.
And she never like, you're the older sister, so you want your younger sister to, like, give you, like, props here and there, and she just can't, like, she just will not do it. She
Will
will
not
not.
do it.
So, like, I've taken her to, like, serious wrap parties, like, amazing dinners with, like, famous people, and nothing, nah, nah, nah.
Nothing
And I'm
phases
like,
her.
"Oh, this might be." Now we go out, and it's bizarre, and I love it, and I'm obsessed with it, but people are asking me for the pictures.
Right, of course.
And we'll be out to dinner, and people come right up, and I thought, I was like, "That's it's not cool. No, it's not. This still ain't cool."
Right.
And she's a low key hater on it. She supports me. She loves it.
How do you handle that newfound fame? I mean, how do you handle going out now and being noticed? I'm sure you're noticed all over, and
Yeah,
I wanna say especially in Brooklyn, Staten Island, Jersey, those areas, I mean, everywhere, but those particular areas, you walk out of your house, I mean, you gotta just everybody's gotta know who you are at this point.
yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting thing because, like, I so, with the Instagram and the TikTok, it's like a number thing, right?
Right,
Which it's not, I guess, because a lot of us think it's this number thing. So I'm like, my number's not. I'm very proud of my number, but I'm like, wow, it's not that crazy. It's not in comparison.
right,
So when I
okay,
go out, yeah, like when I go out now, and the amount of people that I know, and I'm not being like, I would never. I'm really serious, but I really do go out every day and somebody recognizes
oh,
me,
I'm
and
sure.
a lot of times during the day I'm taking pictures, and they'll be like, "Carol," and I'll just be like, and now I just answer to Carol or Bernadette, Loretta,
Right, right,
and I answer because I just know now. But I I'm still not used to it because I think you asked, like, how do I feel? I love it.
you
I
love it.
just couldn't believe that it was that big because I didn't think it could be because I'm like, my numbers aren't translating to that, but yet, like, I'm in the Hamptons and people are yelling out my name. I'm in Florida and they're
Right.
coming to me.
Well, I wanna tell you how I think your numbers are translating, and so, you might see somebody with a million followers.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean those million followers are solid, meaning, you know, I think your followers are real, like, really, like, obsessed with what you do. There's a difference
Uh,
between following somebody because you like them and you follow them, or following somebody because you're really into what that person is doing. So I think
yeah.
your followers are really into you, and I think that's where it's, you know
That's fair because they're so good to me. They like they're so no matter what I go through, no matter what I post, they're like so real and so like and they really like are so proud of me. It's
And
so nice.
do you have any haters out there though, that are actually, like, hating on
Yeah.
what you do? You do have I find that very hard to believe, like, what do you mean?
Well, I think that this whole like Italian community thing, it's a sticky, weird thing.
Yeah,
So it's like I think we're all trying to like navigate what that means. So like some people won't give me a shot at all. Like they're not like they have platforms and they're just like, nah. And other people will be like, you're doing this and you're copying this. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm the type of person that I came on here just to have fun and it was an anxiety reliever.
sure.
And I can feel like I'm all about the collabs. I'm all about like there's enough room for everybody. So I think I look at it now. I'm like, well, if I look at it two ways. I'm like, maybe they really just don't think I'm funny and they have that right, and that's cool and that's fine. But then I'm like, but I don't know. Some part of me thinks there's like a haterade too there, and I
Okay.
don't know. I
Well,
get mean comments too, but I'm
well,
also like,
you're gonna
it's not
have
a lot.
that.
It's not a lot. It's really not a lot.
You know, Andrew Dice Clay, who's my one of my probably my best friend, years ago had told me, and we're gonna get into that story, but years ago he told me something. He said, because I told him, I said, God, some people just don't like what I'm saying, blah blah blah. And he goes, listen, if you have 50% of the people who love you and 50% of the people who hate you, you're doing great. If everybody hated you, you're not doing great. If everybody loved you, you're fucking boring. No one's going to show up. But if it's 50-50, that means they're going to talk about you. And that's all you really want. You want them to talk about you and keep it up. Then you know you're doing something. So
I love that.
you're doing something. So, and I know you're doing something. I could tell. I mean, I've spotted talents, my whole career. But
Right.
we did talk on the phone, and there was a very interesting thing. So your father, somehow your father connected with Andrew many, many years ago.
Mhm.
And I guess I was in the picture back then as well, because I've been with him since, 88. And
You know Gilly when you bring my dad up, you know how I get.
yeah, yeah. And but it was a very interesting thing. Your father loved him. And
Oh, yeah.
how did that happen? So he, because I remember talking that day, and I was like, how could there be? There's a connection there. How did see? It's amazing how things come around and go around. It just all came right there, and
Full
then you felt
circle.
like there's
Oh my
something
god, I
there. Your
ser
father,
you came into my chat. It was the most insane divine intervention ever, like, and it was such at a time where it was just starting because you were like, you've been around with me since the beginning of it. Like, you've been so
yeah,
good to me from the beginning. And but it came so quickly, like, it was so crazy because I had just started doing the lives. I was because like you said, you're from like with the beginning. So I just started doing the lives and I was on live one night and I was talking about Andrew Dice Clay and my dad, and how
right,
I had this random picture in our basement for all these years. And you
right,
were in the live and you were saying, you were like, hello, my name is Wheels. And I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
what's talking about? Because like not I just was like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, wait, what? What? I'm like, wait, what's happening? And then that was it. We were like, holy shit.
yeah,
So so my dad, okay, so picture like this. My dad's like this old Italian guy, super like finance dude, like not rough around the edges by no means, not a dice. Nowhere near this. He's not going to tell a
right,
dirty joke. It's not going to be any of that. My dad, like when he was alive, like for all whatever, like it was just complete opposites. But there was
right,
my father's basement was like his jam. We weren't allowed, like that was his place. He had like his Howard Stern books down, like whatever. He had all his Ranger memorabilia, his Yankee stuff, and there was always this random there was this picture, and it was my father, now who I know, the other guy
Hot
that
Tub
I
Johnny
told you about,
West. Yep.
Hot Tub Johnny West, and you and Dice, and my father's, like, giving Dice, like, an uppercut, or well, Dice is giving him, but this guy Johnny's got this big mohawk hair, the Dice is in leather, you're in something,
Yeah.
you're like a feel I don't know, you're like kinda like street cool, and then there's my father in like, a button down and a tie, and
In the
I'm like,
middle of
it's
this
probably
mess.
like a Mercedes freebie hat, like from Ray Katina, shout
Yeah.
out, and I'm like, when it's one of those unspoken conversations, so I always looked at it, but you always think you have a million times to ask questions, and I always knew it was
Right,
Andrew Dice Clay, but I didn't know how, didn't know why. Lo and
right.
behold, listen, my father passed away, never got to ask him, how did that happen? And then Johnny randomly found me on here too. You found me and Johnny
Yep.
found me. I'm able to put every piece together of who was in that picture with my father. And I'm like, did not my dad not send you guys to me? Like, is it not
Well, I
unreal?
feel you I feel your dad is, of course, watching over you every step of
A
the way,
hundred
and
percent. This
he's
is
pushing
right.
you to the front of the line is what he's doing.
Yeah, he
And,
would.
and sometimes how you use people to get to other people, and, he had to come somewhere. I believe in it. I believe people come
Me
to
too.
other people and get to you. So he had to come to me somehow,
Hundred
subliminally,
percent.
subconsciously, and I had to come to you, and the same thing with Johnny.
Yeah,
And we were just there to
100.
tell you what you're doing is you're right on the right track. And I guess
Makes me feel like my dad is saying that to me.
yeah, he wanted you to know that, I think. I mean, that's what that's how I would take it.
100%. I wouldn't I will I do. Yes. 110%.
Do you do anything like the inside stuff about your dad when you're talking, and or does anything come out that he would like, or say anything? Do you say anything where you kind of want to you say by saying something in your act that's saying hello to him somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, like, so now Yeah, well, if I it's certain nods, like, I'll throw a Manhattan Special up in a video, like, I'll put it on the side of the table. That was my dad's jam, Manhattan Special, like, I'll put that up. Um, I'll say things that, like, I know he would say, but because he was private too, he wasn't the type that wanted to air out everything,
Right,
so,
right,
with the respect to him too, I can't, like, give a zingada and then be like exactly what my dad would say because he'd freaking kill me. But
right.
I know he knows. I know he know. Yeah, I do drop
Oh,
things
100%.
that are
Yeah,
ours that
yeah.
I do. And I'm sitting here. Hold on. I'm sitting here and I'm
Wh
staring at this, and that's my daddy.
Oh, how nice. Look at that.
The stage.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It's very interesting how people touch other people in this life, and it's interesting how I noticed that, you do a lot you're doing comedy, but what you're doing is also you always look to help, and
Yeah.
it seems like to me you're on a mission of some sort.
I'm
Um,
always on a mission. Like, yeah, I really am. I
yeah, but I
am.
think it's deep. I think there's something very
Yeah.
deep and personal that you're trying to accomplish. What are you looking to do? I mean, in the world of comedy, or how far are you looking to go? Where are you looking to go? Are you looking to get on television? Are you looking to start something that's going to help other people? Is there a bigger picture, in other words?
Yeah. I think that I would love to create, and what I'm working on is this modern day variety show. I did it once before randomly, and like over 200 people showed up. We had to turn people away from the door. I had a handheld microphone. I had no idea what I was doing. Me and my friend from high school, like,
Okay.
winged it. I had wonderful people that joined in on it. And I was like, I want to bring back that old school laughing, that
Right.
old silly comedy that makes us feel nostalgic because I
Right.
feel now more than ever nostalgia. There's so many rules with comedy, and there's so many rules. I work in television. There's so many rules, rules, rules. Everybody's censored. Everybody's this. Everybody's that.
I agree.
How about we just have old funny comedy? Like, it doesn't have to be. Obviously, I don't want to do anything mean. I'm not a mean person. I don't want to hurt
Right.
anyone's feelings.
Right.
But like, you know what? There was a time when you could make a little fun,
Yeah.
and it was so silly that it was so funny. Like, I just want that old school. I want like doing these videos makes me think of my dad. It makes me think of my aunts that have passed away.
It's
But
comforting.
it's comforting, and I want comfort humor. And I don't know,
Yeah.
I just want comfort. No agenda. Just literally bring you back those matriarchs, those women that raised you, that you knew, those families that you had dinner with, the laughter that you had. I miss my dad every day. I miss
Everything. Yeah.
my family. There's so many are gone.
So that was a part of your generation, though. So you're going back to like the Carol Burnett days, and let's say watching,
I was young,
The
but
Jeffersons and all that. But you watch repeats and stuff, right?
I do, and my parents watched that. So, like, Sonny and Cher, like, that show. Lucy, I love Lucy, like, I love Lucy, like, to me, thinking of those simple laughs that
Right.
just were like belly laughs because you felt them in your heart. I think when your
Sure.
heart laughs and your stomach laughs, it kinda works, like, it's not
And you're
really.
keeping them alive too. You're keeping them,
I hope
memories
so,
going.
my god.
It's interesting when I was watching you also, I mean, I went back to a time when I was young, because I'm watching you and I'm saying, "This totally reminds me of sitting in my mother's or my aunt's kitchen," right? They're sitting around, just the aunts and the uncles are in the room, in the TV room, when they're and the ladies are in there, and the percolator's on, and the Entenmann cake's in the middle of the table,
Yeah,
and they're
yes,
smoking cigarettes, and they're talking, and that's what it kinda brought me to. Like, you took
right,
it right back to me. It's
right?
crazy.
And that's what we need.
Getting on the phone, "The son of a bitch," you know how you talk to people.
The bitch and bastard said this and ba ba ba. Because my mother's still doing the same, but it's half the family is gone, and so
Right.
many other people out there, their family is gone too, and we have to hold on to those memories. And how do we do that? Is we bring them to the stage. I have a theater show coming out. I
Yes.
have the dream is going to be a type of modern day Carol Burnett meets this world and the internet, right? Like, how do you merge these two worlds? I work in television, and here I am doing the internet. And this is what's happening right now. Social media is what's changing the world of television.
Right.
So, how do you bring those two worlds together and create? And that's what I have going on right now because that's
Right.
my focus.
What is the show? Do you have a name for it? Is it gonna be starting soon? What's going on with that?
Gonna be starting soon. I can't say
You can't
the
say
name.
yet?
Can't
'Cause I
stand any.
see you in other productions, though. I've seen
Yeah,
on you yeah, so, like, you've been in a few
I'm
productions,
excited.
so in the
Yeah.
acting world now, you're starting to actually act in front of and are you gonna get into stand-up comedy where you're gonna go around and start touring on your own and just getting on
No.
stage?
I mean, you're gonna have to tell me what else to do on that. No, I
I tell you.
feel like I know you will. I know you're like, come here. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
Actually, if you woulda came to visit me in Boca, I woulda threw you on
No,
stage, you know that,
I knew
right?
you would have.
Okay.
I know, and I would have like panic shitting myself. But no, you know what it is. I don't know if I want to be a. I don't. Okay, so I don't want to be a stand-up comedian. However, I'm never gonna shut the door on anything to myself because I feel like try everything and then see. Because I didn't think I would do theater in a million years.
Right,
When Jennifer called me up, my friend Jennifer called me up, and she was from Mob Wives. She called me and she was like, "Hey, so." Well, Renee had found me. Renee
right.
Rosiano had found me and was
Sure.
watching my videos. Then my friend Vinny Medugno and Jennifer was creating a like a Tony and Tino interactive theater show.
Right,
So it was like you were going to a big Italian wedding, like a mafia wedding or whatever. And they were like, you got to have Carol. You got to have Aunt Carol. So when
right,
I had the meeting with them, I'm like, whoa. Like I said, I work in television. I do this in my bedroom. Like I said, I got no bra on. Like I'm sitting in
right.
my back of a ring light, Mike. Like
You just start getting the urge and you get
I'm
on.
just off the hinge. I'm
Right.
unhinged, like I'm
Yeah.
just, So I was like, I didn't do so well in school. Like, you want me to memorize? She goes, nah, you're fine. You're gonna just ad lib. I said, oh, that I think I got ad libs. Okay, they came to me. I had a script, a script. I had lines on every page. I said, whoa. And you know what?
It's real.
I did it. I did it.
And
I
you did
did
it.
it. I don't care. I said, you know what? I committed to this. I did it. I had a ball from there. I got a call to be in my big gay Italian wedding.
That's the one I was thinking of,
Hard
yes.
Rock Casino, friggin' A. My dad collected Hard Rock Casino. So see how it all,
See how it all comes together.
my father had to travel for work. He'd have to go to other countries. And the one thing he would find in all these places was a Hard Rock Cafe. So
Right.
he would collect a shot glass. When I realized you're going to the Hard Rock Cafe and you're gonna perform on that stage. Oh my God. I was like, I almost threw up. Like I was like, holy shit. And like, I gotta show you this because it's like not normal. All the things, and I swear to God, I didn't plan all this. I swear, Mike, I
I
had a day.
love it. No, but I mean,
I had a day. How
I'm
you
glad
did?
you
What
did.
you
Yes.
doing? Here's his collection because I was on a pump.
Wow.
Not so, and he was so OCD. He kept two of everything. So he has all his doubles.
Wow.
Everything was in the box. Whatever. So that was that. And like, yeah. And now I'm going back. I'm going to be back in my big gay Italian funeral.
Very
And
nice.
then we're going to have that Hairdresser Kristen's variety show that's coming out then that you'll be able to come and get tickets to. We're hoping for August.
Yes. That'll be nice. You know what I picture for you actually, and
Okay.
it's a part of stand-up comedy. I picture you on a stage with a light coming down, just a very dark room and a set, and you're in a set, whether maybe you're in the kitchen in a vintage 1960s kitchen, and you're there at the table and you're doing the one-woman show. And it's you, Kristin Falcone, starring in your whatever one woman show you wanna call it, and the characters come to life on stage through a story. And, it's a one-woman show, and then you take that one-woman show and you take it on the road with you. Wherever you perform,
Yes.
that's the show. It's your own set, it's very comforting, it almost looks like you're
Yeah.
in the basement, hanging out,
Mhm.
wherever.
You're
And,
on the right. You're going to be very happy with what I came up with,
good.
with what we came up with, because there's going to be a part of that that's never been seen. So like a modern part that I think is going to be really I'm proud of. So
Okay.
I think you'll be proud. I think my friends on here and everybody will like it because it's going to mix two other worlds.
That
Like,
that that's so I see where you're going with it, I like that.
yeah.
How about your mother now? Your mom, when she's on the phone talking and you walk in the room, does she think all of a sudden you're listening so you can start does she know
Yeah.
that you're observing now? How does it work? How
I've
does
been
that
nosy
work?
my whole life. No, 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 no. So I used to get on when my mother was on the phone. Everyone did it. I would put the mute button and be hiding in in the closet upstairs so I could listen to her conversation. So
Oh
I'd go
my
run
god.
upstairs, get on the phone, hit mute, and I'd listen. And then she'd go, Craig, Craig, I know you've got that mute button on. Get off the fucking phone. Oh, can I curse? Get
Yeah.
get off the phone. So Yeah. So my mother is now her and I have created 2 monsters. This is what I'll tell you, Mike. My mother and Jean Marie, who plays the other mother,
Right.
they are running amok. They are
Your real mother.
my real mother's Anna.
Okay, Anna.
Jeannie is Jean Marie, the other mother.
Okay.
I gave them a couple of roles. I said, "Oh, well, okay. Well, they have now taken that. They have their own Instagram handles. They have their own
They're
following.
running with it.
They're coming on podcasts. I'm surprised my mother's not up here right now.
We gotta
Jean
have her on the show.
oh, you got oh, please. And then they come to all the pods, they wiggle their way in
Uh-huh.
and they go, "Oh, that was my idea. Oh, that was my idea. Yeah, she got it from me. Yeah, that's because I said that yesterday."
Take complete credit for all of it.
Complete and they got ring lights. They got more equipment than me. They got
That's
ring
hilarious.
and they don't want money. Like, so these
No.
stores and stuff, they want people to come in and do interview to do like commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta get paid,
Yeah, of
but they
course.
don't want to get paid. They got money. They're fine.
They're
They
fine.
want, you know what they do? They go in now. So anybody who wants to hire them, just keep in mind, we had the guy Freddy's over here, the pork store by me in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Love them. Dear friend of mine, Danny. Goes, yeah, bring them in. Let them, they'll shoot. I said, well, I called him. I said, they want to shoot content in the store. He says, whatever you want. Go ahead, go. He goes, all right. So they're in the store. I got to come. My husband Rich's got to come, A.K.A. Larry. We got to start filming for them because now they need us. I said, well, why don't you hire an intern? I mean, are you kidding? So I'm filming them. And then
You're
after
filming them now. That's
now
great.
no, I don't even get a part in it.
Yeah.
So I gotta film them and they're yelling at me, "You didn't get this, get that." Blah, blah, blah. The guy at the end of the thing, the owner goes, make sure they take let's take them a couple of things or, whatever. Those two of those two women start going, they said, "Oh, he said to take some stuff." They
Oh,
were
that's all they had
taking
to say.
the imported cookies, the biscotti, things from Sicily. I said, "Oh, he said he meant like a freaking loaf of bread and a thing of fresh mutts. They clean them out of house at home.
They were better off getting paid.
Better off getting paid." I said, "Yous were better off getting." They were leaving with shopping bags
Loaded. Swag.
loaded, the imported stuff.
Did your mother ever say to you, "Hey, you hit a little too close for home on that last phone call," or it was a little too real, or
No, because my
do
mom.
you think people are gonna find out what you really meant? That kind of stuff,
Yeah. So no, my mother is really so she's from downtown Brooklyn. My mother.
Uh-huh.
What she wants to say, she'll say it to you. So if I a little bit get that from her because I got no filter sometimes, and that's
Right.
the problem. And this is why this is great because now I put her on, and I say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
And my mother will no, she likes it. She's an instigator. She likes it. But what'll happen is like other people in the family will be like, "Was that about me?"
Exactly. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
I know. But
Yeah,
I'm like,
inside.
I'm like, no, why would it be about you? Like, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Yeah.
That's not my
But
problem.
meanwhile,
You,
it might have been about them.
I, we never reveal. Listen, it's very inspired by everything in my life. I deal with women every day. They sit in my
Yes.
chair. I say I have content for the rest of my life based on what I do.
Right.
I, I'm like, I can tell you the names of the characters I've come up with. If how do I word this to you? If you were a woman and you came into me, I know what a Loretta color hair a Loretta would want. I know by her attitude what color hair she would have.
Would it be Auburn?
Red, facts.
Yeah, I would think a Loretta would be
Spicy,
Auburn.
copper,
Yeah.
a little, it goes by personality. So the character I create, the hair color is very specific.
Uh-huh.
The wig is very specific.
Right.
So Bernadette, she's more the nice one, the church goer. So she's got a little more flippy. She's soft, couple of baby
Right.
highlights.
Very well thought
Loretta,
out with you.
Loretta smokes Parliament, so Paul Mall. We don't know what she smokes. So she's got spiky hair. She plays the lotto.
Right, rough.
Bit of a awesome bag. Sends the kids to the corner store. That's
I
Loretta.
How many wigs do you actually have, and how did it did you buy and take on new wigs, or did you start out with all these wigs?
So when my Aunt Faye, who was a hairdresser, same birthday as me, passed away and always wanted to be an actress, she had so many wigs. And when we had to deal with her house and when she passed, she was like, she was a QVC queen. So she had everything under the sun. And I didn't want anything. I don't want anybody's stuff, like, honestly, donate it, but I wanted her wigs. I
Right.
didn't know why. I really didn't know why, and fast forward to the fact that when my father was sick with pancreatic, I was on the cancer floor with him with my family, and I
Mhm.
was seeing all these women that lost their hair, and I was a hairdresser, and Mike, when I tell and I've told this story, but it's so important, somebody came in to the job, and they were gonna teach hair replacement, wigs.
Right.
My father, "I gotta take this course." And then I became part now I run a wig department at my shop.
So
So now I
there is a wig department in your shop?
it's a growing wig department, yes, right?
Wow.
We're growing a wig fund because we haven't had to sell one wig. We've been able to pay it forward. So when somebody gets a wig, my salon does not make profit.
Right.
Don't want it. We wanna give it to you at cost. And the whole idea is if the person before that, I've learned they don't want to hand me out, and I understand that. So they
Right.
want to feel they're contributing. So we were like, me and my business partner Nicole were like, all right, so donate it to the wig fund. But now so many people are reaching out and like we want to donate that I realize I have to make this I have to talk to my account, figure out how do you really create a proper you know,
Right.
charity thing.
Yeah, to make it work and
Yeah, so I
ongoing.
could,
Yeah.
like, have it set up and I can, because I wanna be able that's so important to me and my father's memory and his legacy to merge these 2 worlds where a wig is more than the comedy, it's there's a purpose too,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah. There's a reason for it. And, is your hair is it your hairdresser? Is it your salon?
So me and my best friend Nicole, Nikki P,
And what is it called? So,
the studio yeah, it's the Studio Salon by Kristin and Nikki, and we're in Staten Island and
y you
Eltingville.
must have lines now, people wanting to come in and work
Oh,
there.
fun.
Not work
It's
there, but come there.
They wanna I know. I never advertise on my comedy page, like,
Uh-huh.
you'll never really see my hair work,
Right.
but I linked now my hair page, like, I put, like, I think it's, like, hair by that hairdresser or something like that, and it's on my page.
Right.
So now when people go to my hair page, like, "Oh, she really is a good freaking hairdresser," because that's my real life, you know?
Yeah.
And now they come in because they wanna meet me, and then they wind up getting a good hair so I'm getting all these new clients, and it's just
Yes,
organic
that's what
I
it's becoming that way. You're actually bet you're doing your own promotion. It's amazing.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, my parents would never want like, I laugh because like, my mom, she's so not the type that would have been like, "You could sing." Like, my dad would pacify me. He'd be like, "You have a good voice." If I wanted to perform in front of my family, my father would make sure my sister we all sat down, listen to Kristen, she wants to sing. My
You
mother
wanted
would
to
be
be
like,
that,
"This."
yeah.
Yeah, my father would my sister, "Can I please go? Please let me go out." And my mother, "Oh, she can't sing, Anthony. Why are you telling this kid she could sing? You better go to school. You
Why
can't
you telling
sing.
her?
Why are you telling her this?"
It's always been in you. See, there's always been the
Yeah.
entertainer in you, but it's gotta come from somewhere. It's gotta come
Tell
from some
Maya, tell Maya, my mother couldn't leave the house without mascara. I'd be, "Hi, Lorraine. Hi, this one. Hi, that one."
you
Like,
observed and you just took it
yeah.
and you went with it. What, how about now you are married.
Yes. Laugh.
How does your husband how does your husband handle your going out and all the like, I could all I
I bring
picture
him
is
everywhere.
all I had this thing is I pictured, like, you guys just led a nice normal life, then one day you just went nuts, and now he's like, "Another fucking party we gotta go to now." How
We
many
were never we were never normal.
Oh, okay.
No. But, no, because I always like a party. When he was not like that, but the more people at my house, the better.
Okay.
More parties that I'm the host of the parties.
So he was used to that personality with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew. My husband's Jewish. He came from a very different life than me. Like,
Right.
they say same organ and whatever it is. No, no. He was quiet. He wasn't that. I was like, open the house, open the door, cater all the food. We're gonna do it all." And he's like, "Whoa,
Yeah, that's how Italians are.
yeah."
We'll go and hawk
Now
to do
he's
the right thing,
yes.
we'll take a loan out to be better than everybody in the neighborhood.
Correct. I literally he says it, he goes, "This is disgusting." I said, "I know, I don't care." I said, "We gotta have this for the
It's
party, like,
gotta be the
more.
best. Yeah.
Gotta be the best top notch." And now he, like, rolls with it, and now his real name is Richie, and,
Right.
He loves it. He's very supportive. He thinks it's funny. He's starting to get a little ahead of himself with trying to freaking direct me a little bit.
I do see him in your videos a little bit now with
Yeah,
certain
give
things.
him a little,
Yeah.
Mike, a little, because I don't want to get him ahead of himself. Okay.
I see him though. I saw one video the other day, and I'm like, wow, he's actually in it. Like he's doing it. Like he's yell.
Oh, when he had to do the like that trend that I was in the fur coat,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he had
yeah.
cue cards. Okay, he made cue cards, so he likes it. Don't let him fool you.
See,
Don't meet.
that's where the Jewish person comes out. They're right away. They're directing and they're producing.
Yeah, yeah. He's asking me what'd you charge them. He's all of a sudden he's writing the checks. I said, yeah. I go, all right.
Well,
I'm a Jewish wife now. I make reservations.
you're a fucking total natural, and you don't even know it. I mean, you didn't know, well, you do know it. I think that as crazy as you portray yourself and act, I think you're very calculated, and I think you really know what you're doing 100% every second. You're very controlling of yourself. You know how to control
I'm
it. You
very
know,
controlling.
yeah, I could tell,
I'm
but
very controlling.
I could see you could turn it on though. Like you could just turn it on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
um,
But I genuinely am this way. Like I really am. Like genuinely, I just want people to have a good time. And I get hurt so much because of that because I really can't handle maliciousness. So
right,
like I genuinely get screwed, and I probably look like I'm screwing sometimes because I don't know how to like be guarded
right,
either. Because
right,
like I just want everyone to be happy. So I'll just
right,
do whatever you want, even if I don't think it's right. And I'm
right.
learning how to take that. That doesn't mean I have to do that
You
anymore.
ever get tired of it though? Do you ever get tired of not doing the act, but do you ever get tired of like, oh, I don't really want to go tonight, but I mean, I promised that I would do this
Yeah.
event, and I'm just not in the mood to be on. You know, I just don't
Yeah.
want to be on right now. You know.
Yeah. I just recently had an event, a shopping event, and my friends was so amazing about it. It was with other influencers on here, Leo Cucina and Ariana from Ciao and Cello. And it was a big shopping event. And these girls really depended on me because no, that was a different one. Sorry, I went to Leo Cucina's, but the one I had with Ariana in Staten Island, separate one. I had just found out some stuff was going on in my family, and that was very upsetting. And
Uh-huh.
I just lost a friend of mine, my friend Jennifer, and I really was like, "Ariana," I was like, "I don't know. I can't like, I don't know if I can come tonight." And she's like, "Don't worry about it." She's like, "Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out." And I can tell she was so nervous, and I knew what was on the stage. Like all those girls they have small businesses, and they were really like banking on me to do those videos with them. And I'm like, you know what? I know my friend passed away, and my friend Jennifer was my one of she's like 70 something years old. She was my client every Friday at 3:30 on the dot. She had pancreatic cancer. She was living, was a fighter.
Uh-huh.
She did not pass from a pancreatic cancer. And she would have said to me, if you don't go tonight and
Right.
do that, she would have been mad at me.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I really don't want to do it, but I want to show him.
Yeah. You want to do the right thing. Do you have a manager, an agent, people working with you? Are you looking at? Are people interested
Looking.
in getting with you?
I,
Are you looking?
I am,
Now,
yes.
you. I don't want to talk about your showbiz job, but you do work
Yeah.
in the business. But do they know about you? Do all the people that you work around know that you're the hairdresser, Kristen?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Has anybody outed you and said, "I know who the fuck you are. Who are you kidding?" That kind of shit. Like, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. No. They fucking know. Yeah.
Okay.
So, most people know that I used to work at the Today Show. That's not a secret.
Right.
Nothing's really a secret. I just don't mix the
Yeah. You
worlds.
don't mix it.
But,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, funny enough, what a couple of months, like 2 months ago, the Today Show, so I worked with Dylan Dreyer, and I've worked with Al Roker, and I've worked with all of them.
Hmm.
Craig Melvin, love him. So they posted me on one of their segments on the 3rd hour. They were
Oh.
like, it was a bit on recipes, and they put my video up, like the Carol bit on recipes. And my phone was like blowing up the next day. I actually thought like the network shut down. Like I was so scared because I'm like, what's going on? And everyone's like, you were on the Today Show. You were on the Today Show. So I'm like, wait, what? So I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh my God, who pitched this? Like, who did they do this like for me? No one knew who pitched it. It was by pure coincidence that
Wow.
the segment producer literally did not realize it was me. So much so that Al and Dylan did not realize it was me.
Wow.
So then they got word, they're like, that's Kristen. And they're like, wait a minute. So now it's starting to definitely open up in that
Resonate.
whole world.
Well,
Yes. Now
and
people are
that
like,
could be a good. That could be a very very good thing for you.
I'm hoping like because I work with a lot of celebrity guests, and I think now when they come in there, sometimes depending on who it is, there's a moment of like wait. But then there's probably also in their head, like, well, why would she, why is she here? So I don't know. So I kind of just, if I feel the sense, the eye is like, I think I know you, I kind of go, Carol, it's me. Nine
Is
times out of 10, I'm right.
Carol your favorite?
Yeah.
She is your
Carol's
favorite.
the most unhinged. So Carol's my spirit
Will she
animal.
be
Like,
able to come out tonight and visit us for a minute, or?
yeah, she wouldn't have it any other way. I mean,
Well, I think maybe you could take us out of the show. Like, you can kinda like we can leave it up to Carol, and Carol can kinda take us away.
I would take you home.
But
She'll
fir
take you.
but first of all, before Carol comes, I know she's probably gotta get ready.
She dominates.
I wanna thank you for doing this show, number 1.
Oh,
And
I
I
love you.
and I know you were busy, and I know all the stuff was going on, and I know that, and that's why I didn't put, but I'm like, I gotta have her on the fucking show. So, and I know a lot of people watch my show who are in the business too.
Oh,
But I wanted to have you on the show, and I appreciate you doing it. And, I wish you nothing but
I
major
know.
fucking success throughout. I wanna see you go fucking ballistic.
You're so solid, Mike. You're such a true.
And
Want to educate
there's
you.
no agenda, there's no nothing.
I
Otherwise,
know.
all I wanna do is look back and say, I knew it from the fucking minute I saw her." And, just
I,
I'm very proud of you and what you're doing, and what you're on right now, because 'cause you're on a fucking roll. So, anyway, I wanted to get that out before we got to Carol. So I
and I
appreciate
want to
you.
tell you, and I want to tell you that I'll get emotional because every time we freaking talk to you, I want to thank you for making me feel like my dad came through that screen and you were my connection to my dad in this world that he probably would be obsessed with right now, but he would also make sure I, like, was also doing, like, financial jobs and having, like, a really big
Yeah.
backyard. But he was loved Andrew Dice Clay. He loved you. He loved Johnny. He loved
Yeah.
that whole crew. It was the complete opposite, and I think that what that says to me is my dad would love everything that I'm doing because it wasn't what he would do, but he wasn't, you guys weren't doing what he would do, and he lived through you guys. He loved what you guys did.
And
He
that's it,
loved it
and that's
so
how
much.
he's communicating to you. And
Yeah,
this is what he does. He brought you
100%.
to the crew. There you go, you know?
I'm honored to be with the crew.
You are, and the right people see these things, and they know too, and your dad, trust me, he's watching you, he's with you all the time, he's guiding you, he's making you do I'm telling you,
I
they
know.
don't stop.
No, I know. I know. I believe it. My
Y
mom's so
and
supportive of everyone.
you have no fucking choice but to do what you're doing. This is
No,
what's
I'm
going on.
not giving up.
No, what that's not even in the vocabulary, but you have no choice. This is what he knows that. He knew that. When he knew you weren't gonna get into the finance world, so he's like, "You know what? This is what she
But
wants. Let me help her along the way, for Christ's sake," you know?
100%, Mike,
Yeah, if this is what she
100%.
wants, I'm gonna be there, so he's there, and just know that. You need to know that. All
100%.
right?
And I wonder, hold on, what do you know who has this? I don't know. Let's say. Yeah, I have a whole system. You
All
guys
right.
could watch the system right in front of you. I don't
Take
need a
us
minute,
home with
Mike.
this
You
one,
got to
yeah.
see what happens. Watch this. This is what
The
happens.
the
Okay.
transition. Has anybody saw the transition?
Actually, it was really funny. I had a wig on at an Italian festival, and I came with the wig. And this woman was staring at me. Finally, I took the wig off, like just randomly. She goes, "Oh my God, I've been watching you standing there for about 20 minutes. Going, that woman must have been so beautiful when she was young, a skin and everything." Yeah, because I'm fucking 40. Hold on.
Yeah. So still young, and it's amazing that you're able to, adapt to these characters and bring it to life. You make me think it's just crazy. There she is, and the wig is on, ladies and
You know
gentlemen.
what's really weird? The minute she comes on, I am no longer myself.
No.
I swear to you. And so I do the tease. The tease is this way. Normally laugh, check it out, make sure it's all right.
La.
And that's it. And then she's here. And that's it. And that's when listen, you got to ask questions. I heard you were talking to my daughter, Kristin.
I love
You
how sh
know,
yeah, Carol, you're always on the defense, though. You're always fucking wanting to
I'm defense, Michael. You know what I am? I'm always observing. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I got to be defensive of you. I know I don't have to be on the defense with you.
No.
I don't trust a lot of people.
But you always wanna tell them what it is. You always gotta spell it out for these fucking people. You just can't let it you
I
can't let it
mean, they're
go.
fucking not. I mean, like, what's wrong with these people these days? You know what I mean? Got to bring them back to the old time. Okay, my mother used to go like this, a smack right in the ass.
That's it. Give him a smack.
Right in the
Well,
ass.
I appreciate you showing up tonight. I hope
Sorry,
you.
my sisters couldn't be here. You know, Loretta, Byrne, the rest of them.
Well,
They
maybe they'll come back one day.
yeah,
Maybe.
probably. If I let you know, I'll see what they could do.
Well,
And
I'm sure after they see you on the show, they're gonna want to fucking do the
of
show.
course, they're gonna want. Everybody's gonna want to be on here because Carol's on here. What do you think?
Of course, you set the precedence.
You know it, Michael.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy that you were on the show tonight. I'm glad that Kristin came on. I'm glad that Carol's here.
You know, Kristen's Carol's daughter.
Oh, Kristin is Carol's daughter.
That's how I merged me with Carol.
Ah, see, I knew that. See, you're very calculated. I know. I can see it. I can see. You know, you like to fly off the fucking hinge, but I know you're thinking.
Carol's always thinking.
Carol's always
Always
thinking.
one up, and she's a one upper.
I love it. Well, anything you want to get out before we go? I want to make sure you know everybody knows. I mean, at the hairdresser, Kristin.
At that hairdresser, Kristin.
That hairdresser, Kristin. The Facebook thing you don't do as much, right? Or do you?
Oh my God. So I don't know what I'm doing on there. And I had a freaking Facebook page, but I screwed up and I made it one that you add friends. So it wasn't a page.
It was a real Facebook.
And it stopped me at 5,000 people.
That's what it does, yeah.
And now nobody's coming to the page.
Now you got to create a page. What about TikTok?
I did. I created the page. They're not coming.
Oh, but they're not coming to the page.
They're not coming over.
You got to advertise your page on Insta.
Oh.
This way you say, follow me on Facebook too. I get more personal on Facebook or whatever. You know, I keep it. You know, I keep. And then what about TikTok? Yeah, I know you're on there.
I'm there. I'm on the TikTok. You know, same name.
But do you really like? I think you like the Insta the most.
You know what I like about the Insta the most?
What?
Me, what I'm learning is, and I have to get on the TikTok too more because here's what I've observed. Instagram, you will make more connections with business like people in the
Absolutely.
industry, celebrity that. But TikTok is where you're going to get a universal crowd of an audience.
Correct.
You got to do it both sides, and I
You got
got
to do both sides. But I agree with you on the Insta thing. I have a TikTok. I mean, I got it. I can't get it for some reason.
We got it, Mike. We got it because that's where the followers come, and then they'll come over to Insta. We got to do the TikTok. We got to be on each other about.
But I love Instagram and of course Facebook, and I love all that stuff. And I love you. And I love you. And I think that was great. And I had a great time. And I hope you had a good time tonight.
I had so much fun. I didn't want to stop talking. You're gonna have to kick me out of here.
Are you ready to roll? We're gonna go. Ready?
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Right. 1, 2, 3. We're out of here. Thank you, Kristin. I appreciate it. And Carol, thanks for showing.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.